showing up today. So Leandra, if you could continue to let people in, that'd be great. All right. So as you guys may or may not know, if you're new to the organization, we're Black Achievers Professional Network. So we're the #1 network for Black professionals. We are located out of Cincinnati, Ohio. I am the founder and president of the organization, but we are expanding nationally. So if you are not from Cincinnati, you can definitely reach out to me about starting a chapter in your city. So we're launching in Dayton, Columbus, and Cleveland on the ground next year. And we're also looking at other areas throughout the country as well. So if you're in a city where you think a networking organization like Black Achievers would be helpful, please reach out to me. So a little bit about today, I'm going to give an update on kind of where we are with Black Achievers. Then the second thing is we have a couple graduates on the phone from both of our major entrepreneur programs. So we have a business academy. If you're interested in starting a business or growing your business, please reach out to us. We'll have a new cohort in next year in March. And then we also have a business institute, which Leandra graduated from. So we will kind of go through that. But those are two programs that we have, and the Institute helps individuals with access to capital, and if you would like to purchase a business that's already up and running. And we also have some investment opportunities in real estate, if that's something that you want to be or interested in getting involved in, so we do that as well. And then after that, we'll go into a networking session. You'll be able to discuss investment options and your goals for the year with other individuals in a group of about 4 or 5 people. And then after that, we have a presentation. Archway was not able to make it, but we have Leadership Council. Jay Schatz will go through a presentation on their BOLD program. And that's an opportunity for you to participate in board service, go through a board training. We have a lot of members who have done that. So it's a great way to network, build your network and basically sit on boards and help make decisions. And then we'll have another networking session before we'll go into Gilman Partners. And Joel will give a presentation on Gilman Partners. And Main Street Ventures was unable to make it as well. So I will go over some of the grant opportunities that they have. And then we'll have our final breakout session of the year. And then we'll kind of announce what the schedule is for next year. Okay. All right, so our mission, just to make sure everybody's on the same page, is to connect, educate, and economically empower the African-American community. We started in 2018 and we became a 501c3 in 2020. And I'm a West Sider, a UC grad, a business owner for over 15 years. And previously I was with Fifth Third Bank as an IT project manager. And I've made the big transition to doing Black Achievers full time as of August 2nd. So that's a big day for me. So I'm doing this as a full time and I'm out of Union Hall downtown. And I have 2 individuals who are working with me, and I think one of them is on the call for sure, so I'll introduce you to her in a minute. Our board of directors is myself, Mr. Leandra Mifadjian, who is on, and Mr. David Yoha, who was traveling, so could not make it today. And our key advisors are Carl Satterwhite, Mary Stagaman, and Bill Tucker. And some of our major donors was Philip Holloman, Alicia Kittner, and Scott Provinger. So that kind of gives you a background of how we got started. Welcome our newest team member. So we have Natasha Mitchell. She's acting as our program manager, and Brooke Martin, our communications manager. Natasha, if you're on, do you want to say a few words?
Yes, I just wanted to say good evening to everyone. Happy to be here. And just really quickly, just wanted to let everyone know I'll pop my email in the chat. We're working on some events. We're going to try to get some in-person networking opportunities planned out for us to meet up. So if anyone have event ideas or would just like to, make sure their information stays within the, emailing list, please reach out to us. And we look forward to seeing you guys in the new year.
Yeah, well, thank you very much, Natasha. And just a little bit about us, top line. We started with about 4,000 members at the beginning of the year, and now we're at 4,700. So we had about a 17 or 18% increase. So make sure you let your network know and family and friends to join our organization. We love to get over that 5,000 mark. We have about 540 business owners. So if you, and these are side hustles, side gigs, things that you might be working while you're working at another company, it's still considered a business. And we want to make sure that you get the support that you need to get to the next level so that you can do that full time. And that's really what our business academy is for. and it's free to attend. And we've had over 15 graduates and they're doing extremely well. So if you are a business owner, definitely reach out to us for that. And there's a lot of resources and a lot of places we can connect you. And then we also have 15 community partnerships, which helps as well. Leandra, can you let the waiting room people?
They're coming.
Thank you, sir. We are going to go real quick over the Black Achievers Business Academy for all of the business owners that are on the phone. So these are our graduates from our first program. So we had Kay with Career K, and Christian Brown, Hypernova, and Nina Stiles. Charles McLennan, we had a networking business credit business, and then Jonathan Avant, Joshua Hill. Jalea's on the phone. So thanks, Jalea, for coming. Jalea, did you want to say maybe a few things about your experience through the Business Academy?
Yes, it was exciting to be part of the inaugural class. We had really good participation as well from everyone that was on the screen, essentially was at all of the meetings. It was really helpful to hear from different business owners throughout the community, being able to, shed some light on some things that, maybe we knew, but really needed to refine, but then also some new things that maybe we hadn't considered, or, just some of those gaps that we needed to fill in, especially some of us at different stages within our business, whether some that maybe had been in business for a few years, then also some folks such as me that were just starting out back in 2020. So I think that it was really helpful. I would definitely encourage anyone who is a business owner or that's just getting started or maybe in the ideation phase. I would definitely recommend whenever the next enrollment period is. Michael, I'm not sure when you guys are going to start enrolling people, sending out applications for that. But I would definitely recommend it, especially as a pre-accelerator.
Yeah, what is your business? You need to tell people what you do.
Yeah. So we are JSG Project Services. We essentially provide freelance project management support to other project managers. So we basically focus on any of those like task-based services that you may need help with so that you can focus on doing your day-to-day business operations.
Great, that's fantastic. Thank you very much. So we have amazing graduates like Jalea. We have a great program figured out. Our latest graduates come from this, actually just graduated December 9th. So we had Tammy with the Voice of Greater Cincinnati, David Tremarso with Greenline. It's a real estate type business. Daria Shorter, Elaine Spears, and Stephen Yoha with Crystal Eyes, which is an application for your cell phone. So they're just getting through the program, and we would love to have another 5 to 10 people in the next program, which will start in March, I believe. So if you're interested in this, you could send an email to academy@blackachievers.com. It is free to attend, but it is a selection process, so you have to get your application in. Our cohort sizes are between 5 to 10 businesses, and it's an 8-week curriculum. You'll get a business plan, figure out your pricing, sales, funding, pitch day, all of those things. And we typically meet on Thursdays from 7 to 9 via Zoom. So that kind of gives you a good idea. You get to meet advisors and mentors, potential investors, and just network and just the peer-to-peer help with other people who are going through the same type of thing you're going through as far as trying to build your business. Next up is our Business Acquisition Institute. This is for those of you who would like to purchase a business in the future. We had 3 graduates in our inaugural class, Jennifer Ingram, Andre McCaster, and Michael Yoha. And they're actually pursuing a investment in a business as we speak. So that's exciting. And hopefully we can announce in 2022 that they've purchased the business and as a business that we all can support. And then in our next class, which just graduated, we had Leandra McFadgen, Nancy John Marie, Brady Melton with the Port, Manasseh Robinson, and Sonia Taylor. All have graduated from the program. So our programs are building, and this is a great way for African Americans to get into acquisitions of businesses that have no succession plan, who are already employing people to get us at the next level of business engagement. And we really thank our partners for this. So our partners are the Cincinnati Chamber Minority Business Accelerator and also the Gehring Center. So if you're interested in learning, if you're an investor and you always kind of wanted to maybe go into partnership with someone as far as purchasing a business, you can come to this program. It starts in March. It's an 8-week course. We meet virtually once a week, typically on Wednesdays, and you get access to education, capital partners, deal flow, the entire gambit. Leandre, did you want to say just one or two words about your experience in the Acquisition Institute?
Yes. So, my involvement in the class, it really helped to dispel a lot of myths that entrepreneurs would have as it relates to becoming a potential owner and or investor in a business. The education covering those misnomers and dispelling those were very, very insightful to the point where, many of us in the class are like, this is something that we can do. It is within reach versus, being out of reach. So I would encourage anyone that has that entrepreneurial spirit to please reach out. So don't discount yourself as not being a candidate because more than likely you are.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. Okay, well, we're going to jump into our first networking session. So this is centered around financial independence, your plans for 2022. So maybe you can discuss with your cohort that you're going to go into these breakout rooms with, maybe what your 3 to 5 year financial independence plan is, if it's a business, if it's real estate, et cetera. You can exit the breakout room at any time. It's typically about 10 minutes long, so make sure you introduce yourself. We'd also like everyone to be connecting with each other on LinkedIn. So you can either put that in the chat or give that to an individual, but make sure you're connecting because we want to build a network of people you actually know and can connect with. And after this is over, then we'll come back and then we'll go ahead and get started with some presentations from our sponsors. So give me a second to set up our breakout rooms. There should be about 3 to 4 people in each. And
Mike, real quick, just to let everyone know, when you get to the breakout room, you would have to unmute yourself.
Correct, yeah, and I'm never have done breakout rooms, so this will be interesting, unless you've done it. All right, so how many rooms do we need? We want, it's like 5 people per room. That sounds good. All right. You ran out of time?
No, I think so. And it was like, do you want to leave now or later? And I clicked now instead of the other one.
Oh, okay. Well, see if he's on here. You can tell him whatever you wanted to tell him real quick.
I don't see them. I think they're all in there. So I added them on LinkedIn though, so I feel accomplished.
Okay.
It'll be all right.
Well, everybody's coming back, so they'll be back here in a sec.
Okay, cool.
Mike,
This is fun.
in my breakout session, Mike, there's a lot of people who are really interested in learning more about investing.
Nice. That's what we want, man. More of us.
4
We're 4 for 4?
I am people.
All right. Well, if they send us an email, we will send out
That's
information.
what I told
on
them.
investing.
Like, hey,
Right.
don't reach out. Don't be bashful.
Right. All right, let's get some feedback. I see a lot of Andre Hawkins. What y'all talk about in there? You're on mute, brother.
Oh, okay. We talked about everybody's plans for the future and how they see it as far as what they're trying to do as far as residual income, as far as where their businesses are growing, where our businesses are growing, and just meeting the new people who are new to Cincinnati and giving feedback to who to connect with and who to talk to. And our city is definitely about all and who you know.
Yes, sir.
So, just talking about that, but just a lot of positive reinforcement. And one gentleman is at a place I would love to be, but he was just encouraging me and said, you know what, it takes time. It's like, good, okay. I don't feel I have to do this all, overnight.
Yeah.
But no, it's just very powerful, very impactful in those 5 minutes. So.
Oh, thank you very much for the feedback. We got Chuck Futel. I know he's an expert, so let's find out what he talked about in there. Hey, Chuck, you're on mute, brother.
Hey, thanks a lot, Michael. It was good. I had some very ambitious young people. In fact, I want to say 3 of them are actually not from Cincinnati, moved here and making some positive moves. So we talked about how to set it up. In fact, I made a couple of connections, and I'm going to refer this one young guy that's starting this business to one of my connections. So we
Great.
want to move and help people be successful.
Yes, sir. Well, thank you for that.
All
I
righty.
know we got another expert, Al Riddick. What y'all talk about in there, Al? This is your world. You're on mute too, brother.
Okay. Yeah, actually, we just had an opportunity to get to know one another. I think we had, 3 entrepreneurs and someone looking to become an entrepreneur, and another young lady that was looking to elevate herself within her current position. But just due to the quantity of people and the limited time, we didn't have a chance to get down to any nuts and bolts. But overall, everybody was energetic and excited about the future. So that's always a good thing.
Yes, sir. Well, there's
Yep.
another one coming up. There's another one. So we'll have
Yep.
another opportunity. Ken Best, you want to say anything real quick?
Oh yeah, we had Othello in our group. Al was in there as well. Othello has a app called Boxwave. He's raising funding for. It's really promising for the music industry. Al does the Game Time Budgeting. That's his company. That's his firm. He does presentations for large companies and also works with individuals and families. And he's just going to keep following his Game Time plan with him and his wife. Kay Ann Darlington, she's in the beginning stages of starting a business in real estate. She's also a professor. Monique, she's looking to be promoted where she is. And so, we got people in all different aspects. Myself, I'm looking to pay off my debt in 49 months. If I keep to my script, keep to my plan, my snowball, and then eventually I plan on making 100K net per month income.
Wow.
So,
Great. Thank you, sir. That was an amazing rundown. We get a few other people. Lisa Smith, what did you talk about in there? Lisa, you're on mute. You didn't think you'd get called out, did you? You didn't think I was gonna call on you?
No, no. I talked about the desire to continue to invest. We currently invest in stocks, and I'd like to go beyond that and start investing in startups.
Right.
So yeah, that's, and also I would love to start a business. So that's something I've been working on.
All right. Well, you got to reach out to our business academy. That's a plug right there. So I want to definitely make sure you join us for that.
That sounds
Yeah.
like we prosper, Michael.
Yeah, that's right. Where's my reprosper? Where are you at? I don't see you on my screen. Okay. Let me Eve Mays. Is it Mays?
Yes.
Hey Eve. Hey, how would you talk about in there?
I met Ron and Julian and I can't think of his name, Troy. And we kind of discussed what we're doing and what we aspire to do in the next couple of years. But just really just kind of connected on a different level and just kind of listened to what everyone else was doing. Really inspired by some things that Ron had mentioned and helped to connect with him about some real estate. I told him that I'm currently pursuing my real estate license after 20 years of thinking about it.
Congratulations.
And then with the focusing on appraisals and commercial appraising. And so we talked a little bit about that and networking. And then Julian talked a little bit about what he's doing in Lafayette, Louisiana. And just really, like I said, just some really, good things.
It's a lot happening in 10 minutes, y'all. I don't know how y'all pulling that off. I might have to increase the time limit or something. 10 minutes, a lot. Last one, I see Tracy Howard, just because her background, we got to call on her. I mean, she's like in the stars here, Tracy. This is the last, what did you talk about in there?
Hi, we had a great group. We had Dean Mack, who is a Cincinnati police officer, running to be the first FOP president, first African-American FOP president. We had Jada Rogers from the Ohio State University. One day, I'm not from Cincinnati, so I don't understand but I respect it. So the Ohio State University, we had Leslie Palmer, Learning and Development Consulting, looking to expand her business. We had Daphne Thomas, who is a serial entrepreneur, she called herself, and is looking to open a bookstore. So everybody was ambitious. We spent quite a bit of time just getting to know one another. And as a financial coach and business consultant, this is definitely right up my alley. So I'm excited by this whole session tonight. And we didn't get that deep into everybody's plans for the future, except most people on the team were talking about implementing the things they've been thinking about. And that is so important, just putting into action all of the plans, all of the visions that you've been, I won't say sitting on, but they've been, in the hopper, waiting for you to get them out there. And it's time to start doing and not just talking.
All right. Well, thank you very much for that feedback. We're going to go ahead and continue with our presentation. Sounds like everybody had a great time. So let me pull up my screen real quick, and then I'm going to introduce the next speaker. Let's see. All right. Everybody can hear me?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So Archway, there's no COVID apparently going around, but a lot of people are getting sick. So Janice Lindbergh said that she's not feeling well, so she won't be here tonight. But we do have Jay Schatz with the Leadership Council. Now, this is a program, a BOLD program, which is the board program that we have really been promoting amongst our network. So I'm going to let Jay describe it, but essentially what we're trying to do is make sure that a lot of these nonprofits who are servicing like the African-American community actually have African-Americans on their boards, right? Like that's critical, because what happens is when our voice isn't on the board, then they're making decisions for our community that we could help shape. So it's real critical, if you have not served on a nonprofit board or been asked to do that you really consider it. And it's something that I think can be really a powerful thing for us to turn around our communities. So I'm going to stop sharing and let Jay introduce himself. And Jay, if you want to take it away, I think you're on mute.
Thanks for that intro, and thank you for letting me be part of all this energy. It's 7:30 on a Thursday night and allowing me to eavesdrop on all this talk of investing. It's very fascinating. So what, Michael, as you said, what we're talking about in the BOLD program is investing in your passion and in the community and making sure that your voice is heard on the more than 250 nonprofits that are part of our organization. And believe it or not, there are 10,000 nonprofits in the greater Cincinnati area. And there is a real need for diversity on those boards, for more voices, more perspectives. And that's what BOLD is all about. So if I can successfully, can you guys successfully see my screen? BOLD is all about, intended to educate and empower you to serve in the nonprofit sector. So we prepare you for meaningful nonprofit board service. That's what our program is all about. We're teaching everything from how to read a financial to how to interact with the CEO of your nonprofit, to helping make strategy. What are ways to be productive on a board? What are things that slow things down? The other thing is that we have a team of mentors. And so we are mentoring you along the way to make that connection. And that's really key to the BOLD program. It's something that we feel is unique and that we're very proud about. Our brand is all about the connection, is connecting you to more than 250 nonprofits who are part of the Leadership Council, who make us aware of when they need board members and who they are, that need board members. And there's this constant demand for new people, new voices on the Cincinnati board. Somebody made a comment in Cincinnati about how Cincinnati is all who you know. And that is true in the nonprofit world. It is sometimes tough to crack those walls around getting on a board, and that's what we do by the connection. Those are our core values, very simply based on servant leadership and diversity. And Leandra, can I put you on the spot as a grad?
Yes, you may, Jay.
Well, I know. And so I know we're talking money, but you are an unpaid endorser for us tonight.
Yes.
Can you share your experience? I know we didn't talk about this, but I'd appreciate it. And hopefully it's a positive one.
Sure. So my experience with the BOLD leadership class, I was in class 7. What I appreciated was that diverse conversation around all things board, right? So, it's really about the passion, right? If when you are driven by, the monetary aspect, I would say just take a different look and look at it from a different lens in terms of pursuing that servant leadership from a passion standpoint. One of the things one of the many things that we learned was, how to, once you get engaged, that engagement never ceases from the mentors aspect that Bold provides, right? They a wealth of information, and it's never something that I've ever felt like I was learning on my own and had to figure out on my own. Whenever there are questions about how I could participate and provide a service from my board passion, as I serve on the Black Achievers Board, I was able to lean into the Bold Leadership class and understand that detail. So I would certainly encourage, endorse, and reach out. And as Jay stated, I am not being paid, but I would certainly encourage, endorse, and reach out to the program if you have a passion to serve on a board. And I would say don't limit yourself to a type of board. There are many boards out there where we could do great work to help our community, and they can help you connect and align with those boards that are of interest to you.
Thank you. And part of the Bold program is helping you zero in if you're not exactly sure what you want to devote your passion and your energy to. We go through some training exercises that help you do that. So the good news is we graduated our 8th class today, and I watched some great networking going on, and I see, Michael, you have people from all over, not just Cincinnati, and we're the same at Bold. We have obviously a lot of local folks, but we just had somebody from Atlanta, somebody from Chicago, several people from Dayton who are part of the class. So it's a great opportunity to do even more networking than you're doing now in a different format. So these are our cohorts for next year, and we just opened up registration yesterday. It's a 6-week program. The orientation is in person. Everything else is virtual. We have a graduation, and starting next year, it'll be a happy hour and another opportunity to meet your classmates. It's done between 11 and 1, so we have found that that's a pretty manageable time period. And then there's also an online learning component that spends about a half hour of time per week. But we've worked really hard to make this manageable and to fit into your schedule. And we generally average around 35 to 40 students per class. So it's big enough to have a meaningful group of people to connect with, but not too big to make it impersonal. And so the registration is open right now. If you are part of a nonprofit already, the tuition is about $300. If you're not, it's around $650, but in most cases, businesses will help pay for it. We also have scholarship programs available, and I'd love for everybody to check out our website at Leadership Council, and registration open. We'd love to see you in the next class starting in February.
All right, Jay, looks like I think Dion is a graduate. Did you have anything you wanted to say, Dion, about how great Jay is?
Absolutely, Mike. I want to echo everything that has already been said. As you stated, I am a graduate of class 4. Highly recommend it. Through this program, I learned how to truly be vested in board work, and how to truly understand the ins and outs of nonprofit work. I currently sit on several boards, and one of them, Jay Schatz is very familiar with, Big Brothers Big Sisters of Cincinnati. And just want to say, for all of those who are really considering getting into some sort of board work, absolutely, this is the premier program. Please join. And I'm not getting paid.
It's a great endorsement.
Thank you, Dion and Leandre. One reason you're not getting paid is we don't have the money to pay you. So that's what we call a barrier to in our business model.
It's a passion. It's a passion.
Thank you.
It is a passion.
Passion drives us. So thank you. And
Yes,
thank
it
you
is.
both for that.
All right. Well, make sure everyone puts their LinkedIn address in the chat. Looks like a lot of people are doing that. Make sure you continue to do that. We're going to jump into our second networking
Thank you,
for
Mike.
the evening. Yeah, thanks, Jay. That was amazing. Thank you, sir. I'm going to go ahead and share, and then we'll get you started in the next networking session. So hopefully you'll enjoy this. So the next one is, what types of investments would you like to make in the next 3 to 5 years? So the one is discussions around real estate. Anybody is in the Bitcoin or know something about that, stocks, business investment, just like what's going on and what your plans are, and try to connect with everyone in the call as well. I will give a few more minutes on this one. So we'll go ahead and do a breakout room for maybe 12 or 15 minutes. Let me go ahead and, Leandre, are you able to? Okay, I'm gonna open all rooms.
Okay.
Okay. I'm just going to try to increase the time a little bit so they have a little more time. All right, here we go.
Hey,
How'd it go in there?
well,
Is it a different group or the same group?
it was the same group. That was
Oh,
cool.
okay.
We just,
Okay.
we just continued to chop it up.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, Mike, I think all of us really kind of got lumped back in the same groups, which was fine.
Yes.
Gave us a chance to finish the conversation.
Okay, cool. It was
Pretty
not,
much.
typically it's a different group each time. So I apologize. My main man's not here tonight. So it just went on.
I was surprised when I saw the same people this time. I'm like,
I knew I had messed up as soon as I did it, but I couldn't undo it. So
Yeah, understand.
Hopefully it went well. You guys got another opportunity to meet the same group of people and get to know them a little bit even better. I will try to diagnose that while Joel is giving his presentation to figure out how to switch it up. We are going to dive into Gilman Partners. I'm not going to pull up the screen, Joel. I'm going to let you drive. But Gilman Partners has been a sponsor of ours since the beginning. Michelle is on here as well. Do you want to say hi, Michelle Plessinger? Yep.
Well, hi, everyone. I'm Michelle Plessinger, partner and executive recruiter at Gilman Partners. Very happy to be here and happy to see you, Michael, again.
Good to see you as well.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll turn it over to Joel. You want to share your screen?
I definitely will. All right, good evening, everyone. Can you hear me and see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
All right, well, I am Joel McCauley. I'm very happy to be here and be a part of the Black Achievers Network. Thank you so much, Michael, for this time on this event tonight. I am representing my organization, Gilman Partners. We're an executive search and talent acquisition firm located in Cincinnati. We've been in this space for about 41 years, and we operate in a few different areas, including manufacturing operations, supply chain, finance and accounting, nonprofit, education, and many more. We also have a leadership development program. It's called GP Elevate, and Michael is in our current cohort. This program is designed to identify emerging high potential leaders who are ready for executive leadership and provide continuing education and professional development with subject matter experts and industry executives and leaders. So that's GP Elevate. We have a cohort now, and maybe Michael will share a little bit about it later. I know they just had a meeting the other day.
Yes, we did. It's a fantastic class, guys. I would highly recommend. I'm learning so much in there, Joel. I mean, it's unbelievable. You get a lot of the books and things that you would never even know about, as far as like being able to find out about how to recruit talent, how to lead your team. I mean, I would highly recommend it.
Thank you, Michael. So we're going to talk tonight about talent priorities for employers and tips for job seekers as we're heading into 2022. So for employers, I know we have some business owners on this call tonight, and even in our breakout groups, we have some people that are going to be entrepreneurs. So these are just some tips to think about as we move forward. If you already have a company, focus on employee retention. This is a job seekers market with the Great Resignation. So making sure that you keep the valuable employees that you have is going to be very important, making them feel that they are valued and making them understand that they are contributing to the bottom line of the company and also the company culture and values that you have as well. You also want to invest in employee development because job seekers do have options. A part of your organization that will be of benefit to them is their professional development. Is there a clear path for them? Do you have continuing education and professional development opportunities for your employees so they can continue to grow with your company, and also possibly providing them some skills if they leave the company and possibly come back, which we'll discuss a little bit later. And we're also encouraging employers to tap into broader talent pools. And what do we mean by that? We need to focus for our future on creating a diverse and inclusive workforce. And that does mean opening our eyes to different types of candidates. One type would be boomerang employees who are with your company, left, and may possibly be interested in coming back. We're also encouraging employers to be open-minded about older employees. Ageism definitely is a thing that's happening now. And there are a lot of highly qualified, highly educated, highly skilled employees that are now in the job market for no fault of their own via COVID and different things happening in the job market. So we're encouraging you to give these people an opportunity. They may not have as much runway to grow with the company, but they do possess a wealth of knowledge, skills, and experience. We also encourage you to take a look at working mothers. Maybe some parents took some time off during the pandemic. So be sure to be open-minded and give them a chance as well. Also, second chance employees, depending on what type of business you're in, potential employees that may have a criminal background and are looking to get their lives back on track. And finally, being open to those with disabilities as well. There's a whole segment of our population that can contribute to our workforce and to our companies that has been ignored. And finally, for job seekers, understand that this is a job seekers market. Hence the term, the Great Resignation. People are feeling comfortable leaving their jobs, finding new opportunities there. That being said, if you are in the market for a new job, companies are definitely looking for talent and skills. So you are in the driver's seat. So as a prospective employee, take your time. Make sure the company that you're interviewing with or you're looking at has the right culture fit for you and has a specific plan for your professional development. Also, research. Take a look online. What are people saying about the company? Ask around. Utilize venues like this to find people who may be connected, who may have some information for you. With technology and the ways that we can connect, there's so much information available. So you should be able to arm yourself with all the information you need to make an informed decision about your professional future. Finally, also brush up on your virtual interviewing skills. We understand that interviewing is a specific type of conversation and a different type of professional language. So it's important for us to practice those questions and develop your own questions as well. When the opportunity comes for you to interview, have some questions for the organization as well. In terms of the virtual part, we are in the kind of Zoom era. So find the best area in your home. A lot of times we have our desks in our home offices, but that may not be the best framing or background for you in terms of an interview. Also consider your lighting, your background. Some people like to use the virtual background. I feel like it makes me look kind of blurry. So I don't like to use that, but it's really up to you. And also take some time because this is a camera. You are online, so it's not always about what you think looks good on you, but make sure what your interview outfit looks good on camera. And finally, make sure your LinkedIn profile is up to date and consistent with your resume. We are in the recruiting business, And so we check LinkedIn as pretty much a first stop before we, access our other tools. Your LinkedIn should be directly aligned with your resume. So if it's not, it's a potential that firms like myself in Gilman may possibly miss you because your LinkedIn is not up to date with the correct information that responds to your resume. So this is what we have for you today. We wish everyone much success as we head into 2022. We encourage you to take a look at GP Elevate and also at our website, GilmanPartners1L.com, and take a look at some of the career opportunities that we have available on our site as well. Thank you so much, Michael. I'll make my information available on LinkedIn. My colleague is Michelle Plessinger as well. And if you have any questions, feel free to contact myself or Michelle. And I wish everyone very happy holidays. And thank you again, Michael.
Yeah, thank you, Joel. Excellent presentation. See, Michelle, you knocked the cover off the ball. Nothing to worry about. There's no reason to even have to come.
Trust me, I wasn't worried at all. Joel's fantastic.
Yeah, any last minute things you want to say, Michelle, before we move on?
No, we're happy to chat. I'll put my LinkedIn information up there too, and happy to talk about any questions that you may have in your job search, or if you're an employer, any tips for even recruiting or retention related. So feel free to reach out to us as a resource.
Okay, well, thank you very much. We're coming up on the last part of our presentation. I just wanted to, Main Street's not available to be here either due to sickness, but they do offer grants to small business owners, both for-profit and nonprofit, but definitely for-profit, which is rare. They do grants between $5,000 and $30,000. They have a Launch It Cincy grant for startups. They have a grant funding program for kind of like mid-level companies where you have revenue. And they also have an education grant, which is kind of geared towards, ecosystem building or nonprofits. So definitely want to go to Main Street Ventures if you have a business and you're interested in applying for a grant. Their next grant cycle will start in January, I think 3rd, and they have a lot more information on their website. So we are at our final networking for the evening. I will make sure I don't mess this one.
Actually, it went pretty good. A number of us had similar concerns. Some of us were already out of debt. So we give hand claps for that. And some of the members, they were able to make a connection because we had one individual who's not sure where he wanted to go investment wise. And we had someone in there from the finance realm. So she connected with him and, having help, but it was good. It was very promising.
Angela Blair, what are we doing there? Okay, you got to take off mute. How'd it go in there?
It went great. I'm actually in the process of trying to gather everyone's information. I was like, oh, we forgot. The conversation was so amazing. I think we forgot to talk about how we could get in touch with one another moving forward. And I want to connect my husband with the Maters and Black men that I just got to network with, and I didn't get their information. So RB, if you're in here, which I'm sure you are, can you drop your LinkedIn?
Let's do that. Who else we got? I'm just gonna go down the line. Al Riddick, how'd it go in there, sir? Different group?
Yeah, I was in a different group, actually the same group that Angela Blair was in as well. So I echo everything that she said. I do have to repeat one of Carl Daniels' statements. I like the way he said it. It was like, if you don't bring money to the table, bring ideas. If you don't have the ideas or the money, we'll help you get both. So I thought that was a very profound statement. So
nice.
Kudos to him.
Okay. Looks like we have Stephanie Rousseau. Does that pronounce your name correctly, Stephanie? You're on mute. How'd it go in there?
It went good. It was close enough to Rousseau, but
Rousseau.
Yes, but I was in a different group, and two of them made some connections in there. One was looking to invest in a business, and he was looking for an investor. So
Hey, that's what it's all about.
yes, and so they're going to connect right after this meeting, and I took everyone's name down, and we're going to do some one-on-ones outside of here too. This is my first time attending this meeting. I want to thank Jalea for inviting me, and it's really been a great meeting. So thank you so much.
All right. Okay. Well, we got to challenge you, Stephanie, and invite somebody else. That's how this thing keeps going. So that's great.
Okay.
All
Thank
right.
you. I will do that.
Dion, how'd it go in there? Oh, you're on mute, brother.
Man, it went great. You know, we had a new group. I met a new frat brother. And you know, we talked a good deal about actually the 529 program and you know, how we can utilize those you know, the tax processes and tax breaks to help ourselves out. And if any of you have children, consider heavily into investing in the 529 program. And additionally, you can pay your child $12,000 a year and write that $12,000 a year off. That $12,000 will be tax free. So some great ideas out there. You know, there's certainly advantages out there we can take hold of, and I look forward to all you guys doing it.
All right, thank you. And Eve Mays, how'd it go in there, Eve?
It went really well. The ladies in the group that I was in were really amazing. We talked a lot about where they're at in life right now, what goals have they set as far as eliminating debt, investing. We talked a lot about careers and where everyone is at as far as their aspirations to either get certified in doing something or complete their master's or to move forward in their career. Everyone really kind of supported each other in the group. It was just a really dynamic group of ladies. I learned a lot.
That's great. That's great. I see, thank you so much. I see Jesse Smith, got mortgage behind his name, so I know he's serious about whatever. Hey, Jesse.
What's going on? I was in the same group as Dion, so those men broke me off with some game on the 529.
Yeah.
And the possibility of paying your kid, you know, so it was a real good group, and you know, so I appreciate you. And this is the second time I've been, you know, at the meeting, so I appreciate you for inviting me as well, Michael.
Oh, well, thank you, sir. We're wrapping up here. Anybody? Miss Patrick Nelson, what you doing with the nice background? I'm liking the art, brother.
You can give that credit to my wife.
Okay.
I was in the same group as Dion Mack. I'm the new frat brother that he found.
Which frat is it?
Alpha, the only. I mean, the first of all, you opened that door. But anyway, it was a great group, and you know, we were focused on, as he said, leveraging all of the tax benefits of the 529 and the ability to pay your own kids. And what started the discussion is that we have members that already have kids that have graduated, and you've got student loan debt and all those things that you have to pay off. If you start in advance and focus on when your child is young, starting the 529 program, you can actually make sure that you're prepared for them and their tuition is covered by the time, you know, they reach the age to where they can use it. So great session.
Great. I got thank you, Jada Rogers. How'd it go in there for you?
For me, it was very supportive. I met a few grant writers. I'm interested in the next 5 years going into further my education and the Juris Doctorate and also an MBA, but finding the funding coming from a place where you have scholarship and then going into loans, how to prepare for that. So I think the women that I was involved with, both from Cincinnati and Columbus, are very supportive, and I'll be able to connect with a few of them after this.
Great. All right, well, we're wrapping up. I see Carl keeps coming in and out. You working out, brother? Carl, how'd it go in there?
It went really, really well. Yeah, I am working out. I do have a side hustle. I've been a certified personal trainer for the last 12 years, outside of my full-time work as a business banker for PNC here in Cincinnati. So staying busy always, but great conversation, great opportunity for being able to reconnect with Al. I met Al, I'll say it was almost 3 years ago at an event that PNC had the opportunity of sponsoring back in the day. But, you know, glad to see we're going to be able to definitely reconnect and possibly do some business together.
Great, great. That's great. Thank you very much. I see Dr.
Hey,
Vanessa Enoch.
Michael,
Hold on,
before
I got-
you go,
I was
I see
calling-
you just
I was about
called
to
me
call-
out.
I'm about to
Look, I
call you
wanted
out.
to
Hold
tell.
on. Go ahead.
I wanted to tell Jada before I forget again. Jada, I was trying to think of what else you said that sparked something in my memory about where to go to look for grant money. I used to be the president of the local chapter of the Black MBA Association, and my brain damage did not allow me to recall the name of the organization that I used to be the president of. But look for grant money through the Black MBA Association too for your JD MBA program.
Oh,
Okay, thank you so much.
You're
yeah, I was just about to call on you, Dr. Vanessa Enoch. I saw you popped up. How did I know it sounds like you helped Jada, but how did the rest of the conversation go?
Oh, it was all about Jada. It's her world out here, you know. when you in a group with the young, the gifted, and Black, you just got to go where that conversation takes you. So Jada was like, I didn't mean to monopolize the whole conversation because we just all just wanted to just help her, right?
Right.
So that's kind of like where the conversation went. But I had to let Jada know I do not like writing grants. I just won a $20,000 grant today, $250,000 grant yesterday.
Wow!
And
Congratulations.
I still don't like writing grants. So
That's congratulations, though.
But I'm like, girl, don't call on me to ask me to help with no grants because, you know, talk to that other lady she told you about because I don't like writing grants. I just don't. And anyway, so that was our story. We just really was all about helping Jada.
Okay. Well, thank you very much, Jalea. See, I don't know if you spoke on this go around. How did it go in there?
Yeah, I was in the same group with Eve that spoke a little bit before, but yeah, we had a really good group. And you know, basically the same things that Eve mentioned as far as people talking about advancing their careers and how that's going to help them get to that next step to debt elimination as well.
All right. And I got last but not least on here before I let y'all go, RB. I don't know what it stands for, but it's powerful, brother, whatever it is. Let us know.
Ron Bryant is what it stands for.
Okay.
So definitely had an exciting group. So yeah, Carl, he dropped some gems on us. So thank you, Carl. I'll be reaching out to you. I just tried to connect with him on LinkedIn. Everybody from my group, I just reached out on LinkedIn. So hopefully everybody recognizes me and connects.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely good information. Definitely a lot of shared wisdom. And just having this environment where we can talk about some of the things that we face, sharing our ideas, it's nothing like it. So I'm glad to be a part of it.
Oh, thank you. I don't know if I missed anybody. Tracy Howard, did you get a chance before we get off of here?
You missed me, but you talked to 2 people in my group, so I think we're covered.
You covered?
Yeah, so good job and you know, mixing it up this time.
All right. I won't make that mistake next time. Dion Mack, did we get you on this go round? I don't know if we did or not.
Yes, sir. You got me on this go around. We're good, man.
We're good.
This is very impactful, very insightful. I love the organization. I love the camaraderie. I love the ability to be able to share information. So keep up the good work, brother. We're doing a great job.
Well, thank you. All right, I'm gonna let everybody go. I appreciate this. We'll start having hopefully in-person sessions here in 2022. So y'all had a great evening. It was a great event, and I'll put the video out as well. And everybody have a great evening.
Merry Christmas, all. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
All right, happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
Thank you.
Enjoy
Bye.
your holidays. God
Bye.
bless.
Happy holidays,
Merry
everyone.
Christmas.
Yes, happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
Same to you.